With a nice big inhale, draw the arms up, overhead. Exhale, dive forward, bend through the knees. So we hinge through the hips. Let the head hang. Doing the sway side to side. If your hands reach the floor, great. If not, that's okay. You can hold on to your hands or your elbows and let's sway all together side to side. Center, we hold. With an inhale breath, come up to halfway, flat back. Exhale, release and fold, your head hangs again. Inhale, come up to halfway, flat back, bend the knees enough to help keep the back flat and to come closer to the ground, and then exhale, release. Inhale, come up to halfway, flat back. Exhale, release, your head hangs, we hold. Inhaling and exhaling, let your head hang. One more time, inhale. Exhale, coming up halfway with a nice inhale breath, flat back. Exhale, release, fold. This time we come up all the way. Inhale, draw the arms up, overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Stand tall. Draw your shoulders down. Tuck the tailbone in. Relax those shoulders a little bit more. You may have grown a little bit already. Just with a little bit of movement through our hamstrings here. Okay, moving through those poses again. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, your head hangs. Okay, we are moving into a little something else here. With your peace fingers, wrap them around your big toes. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold forward, take your elbows out to the side. Head hangs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, breath, feel your breath sweeping up your legs. Exhale, breath, down your back towards your head. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release, fold, head hangs. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Okay. Stepping out a little bit further, having your feet so that they are to the sides of your mat. Inhale again, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward, hinge the hips. Legs are wider. Let your head hang. And doing that sway side to side. Come back to center. Inhale, come up to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Root yourself down into the ground when you do that. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Hey, bend through the knees, step your left foot, right foot in towards the center. Ankles, knees, hips in line with each other. Namaste, the first sun salutation, making our way through our warm-up. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, dive forward. So the same movement. Inhale, come up to halfway, flat back. Exhale, take your hands down to the floor, step back with the right foot, left foot. Hold your plank here. Stay strong. We grip the mat with our finger pads. Slide your shoulders down your back. You do a rocking movement here, back and forth. Hey, jutting the body forward. Come down to the knees. Elbows hug your waist and lower yourself into the mat. Uncurl the toes, pubic bone down. Engage your quadriceps. You may squeeze your glutes a little bit, pubic bone down, inhale, come up to up dog. Exhale, release. 2 more times, just the same thing. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale to downward facing dog. So toes come back, push right up, downward facing dog. Alternate knee bends, ankles, knees, hips align with each other. Externally rotate through the tops of your arms, so turning them down. Gripping your mat with your finger pads. Hold stillness. Bend through the knees, look to the hands, walk the feet forward, top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release, fold, head hangs. Inhale, scoop your arms up, overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Again, pulling everything into the center, midline of your body, using your Ujjayi breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Namaskar A, inhale, scoop your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands down, step back to the right foot, left foot plank, jet the body forward, lower yourself into the ground. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Alternating knee bends. Now find stillness, hold. Bend through the knees and take your knees down to the ground. Let them hover about an inch or 2 down off the mat. And then coming up, back to down facing dog, and then draw your knees down to the ground. Let them hover about an inch or 2. Back up, nice and strong through your core. And then one more time, let them hover. Back to downward facing dog. Come to all fours. So take the knees down to the ground, all fours, step back with the right hand, left hand, uncurl the toes back into child's pose. You may turn your palms up towards the sky. Back to all fours again. Step forward with the right hand, just one step forward, and then the left hand into downward facing dog. Engage your bandhas. Hold downward facing dog. 3-legged dog, lift your right leg up towards the sky, flex your foot. Bend through the knee. Turn your knee out. The side here, turn the knee out, opening up through that hip. And turn that leg back, take the foot down through the ground. That was a big hip opening into the other side. 3-legged dog, left leg lifts. Flex your foot, bend through the knee, turn the knee out, hold. And then turn back. Take your foot down to the ground. Bend through the knees, lift your hands, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Flat back, inhale, come up to halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up, overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Now you may have felt that, oh my goodness, my hip is quite tight when we did do that opening. We'll do that closer to the end of the class so you can see how you've progressed. Into a lovely squat. Core strength here, hands to your heart center. We sit back. Oh, so I should have said, bring your big toes together. Big toes together. Now engage your bandhas and sit back into a squat. We hold. Drawing the navel towards the spine. Relax to the shoulders. Keep holding. Slowly we lift And release. Place your hands onto your hips, bend through the knees, step or do a jump out, ankles, knees, and hips in line with each other. Another fold forward for hamstrings. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, dive forward. This time we place our palms underneath the bottoms of our feet. So the balls of our feet, take your hands under. Your toes come to your wrist crease. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, bend your knees enough to help keep the back flat. Exhale, fold. Take your elbows out to the side and hangs. Same idea as we had before. Inhale, sweeping the inhale breath up through the back of your legs. Exhale, coming down your back towards your head. The next inhale breath, release your hands from your feet. Exhale, hold to halfway, coming up. Place your hands under your hips. Inhale all the way up, small back bend. And exhale, release. Crescent moon, next pose. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead, intertwine your fingers with your index fingers pointing straight up towards the sky. Wrap your thumbs around each other. Exhale, hold. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, draw up. And exhale, come up and over like a ball, side bend over to the left side. Keeping your arms by your ears. Rooting yourself down into the ground still. The inhale breath leads us back up. Exhale breath, release and dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release, hold. Back into crescent moon for the other side now. So inhale, coming up all the way. Intertwine your fingers again. Wrap your fingers around. Index fingers pointing up. Wrap your thumbs around. And exhale, come up and over to the right side. So side bend up and over a ball. Arms again by your ears. Relaxing your shoulders. Shoulder blades down the back. Your inhale breath draws you back up to the center. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, come up to halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, release, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And exhale, bounce to your heart center. Place your hands onto the hips, bend through the knees, stepping right back with the right leg for a high lunge. And high lunge here, all your toes forward, pressing your right heel back as if you're pressing it against a wall. Holding upper body nice and strong. Bend through that right knee, take it down towards the ground, and then stretch into your quad. And coming down all the way, place your hands down to the ground. I don't have two mats right now, but you could have two mats or a knee block, the knee block here, if you want to use underneath your mat or double up your mat too. Works great. So our low lunge here, we hold, kickstand the back leg so that your shin is in line with the back end of your mat. Take your hands over to this side here, wider than the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold. The goal is to have the crown of the head down towards the ground. Left knee is pointing straight ahead. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, breath, coming up. Exhale, breath. Take your hands back and kickstand the leg back. Sitting back to a hamstring stretch. So we sit our bottom back into our heel, left toes coming up towards the sky, stretching into our hamstrings, left side, relax your shoulders. Toes coming back towards you, flexing the foot. Coming forward, take your hands forward, foot forward. We hold. Low lunge, back into a high lunge. Taking the knee off the ground, back into a high lunge. Place your hands onto the hips. Hold. Rotating so that the heel is down. So rotating the ball of the foot and turn your heel down. Right foot. Heels in line with each other, or front heel in line with the back arch. Inhale, sweep your arms up to shoulder height. Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana B. Exhale, lunge forward, looking over your middle finger. Upper body stays over top of your pelvis. Our shoulders are relaxed. Nice big opening through our pelvis here. Inhale, sweep your right arm up and over, windmill it up and over. Exhale, take your hands down to the ground. Hold. Getting this stretch into the hamstrings. Back up into Warrior 2, Virabhadrasana B. Inhale, sweep your right arm up. Exhale, bending through both knees. Stepping right to meet the left at the top of the mat and hold. Bending, alternating through our knees here. Into the other side. I'll just turn so that you can see me to the other side of the mat. Okay, all of those poses we're going to do another side up. Bending through the knees. Stepping back with the left foot, high lunge. Hands in your hips, setting yourself up, balance, feeling your foundation. Now coming down towards the ground with our left knee, setting yourself up. If you need support for the knee, please do that. Take your hands down to the ground, kickstand the back leg. Right knee points straight ahead. Take your hands over to this nice big opening into your hips. Take your hands wider than the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward, the crown of your head coming down to the ground. Relax your shoulders. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, kickstand your leg back, hands come back. Okay, hold. High lunge. Back. Hands onto your hips. Turning on the ball of the feet so the heel is down with our left leg. Inhale, sweep your arms up to shoulder height, Warrior 2. Exhale, lunge forward, look over your middle finger. Continue to open up through the hips here. Nice. Inhale, sweep your left arm up, over, take your hands down to the ground. We hold, feeling that stretch into the hamstrings, side of our hip, relax the shoulders. Coming up with a nice big inhale breath, windmill your left arm, right arm up. Exhale, bend through both knees, step left to meet the right top of the mat. Hold. Shift through our hips into pyramid. Bend through the knees, Step the right foot back. The distance is not as great between your feet. All toes facing forward. First, to help square the hips. Pyramid is opening through your hamstrings. You may have both legs straight or the left knee will be bent. Now, hips have to be square for pyramid. So if you notice that your right hip is opening more towards the front, just pull it back. Take the left hip back, right hip forward. Take your hands behind. You may hold onto your hands or the elbows to get a little bit of stretch into the front of our body. With an inhale breath, come into a back bend, small back bend. Lengthen through your spine, elongate and exhale, fold forward. Okay, here, feel that stretch for left hamstrings. Looking down at your left big toe. Hold your balance. With the inhale breath, make your way back up. And exhale breath, release by coming into warrior C, warrior 3, Virabhadrasana C. Lifting your right foot off the floor. Flex your right foot, both legs straight, make it stronger. We hold. Arms by the side, or they could be forward too. And then slowly release, take your right foot down towards the ground and step into the top of the mat. Into the other side, bend the knees into pyramid on the other side. Left foot steps back. Square your hips. Take your hands behind. Hold into the hands or elbows. Inhale, small back bend, draw your heart up. Exhale, fold. Looking at your right big toe, draw the right hip back, left hip forward. Rooting yourself down into the ground, that's your foundation. Inhale breath, make your way back up. Exhale, hold. Warrior 3. Inhale, coming up. Nice and strong for both legs. We keep them straight. Left toes down to the ground. Flex that foot. Slowly take the toes down to the ground. And then step into the top of the mat. Little shift through our body, making your way down to the ground now. Okay, you can come with me doing a half of a sun salutation or on your own, however you like to come down to the ground. With an inhale breath, throw your arms up overhead, exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank. Exhale, lower yourself into the ground, chaturanga. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bend to the knees, walk, step, or jump. The feet forward. Take your legs out in front of you, nice and straight here. Remove the fleshy part from your bottom. We sit tall. Okay, this is a hamstring stretch for most of us here, sitting tall and adding a forward bend. Let's do it. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Of course, this is stretch that we would have done lots as we progress through our life. So let yourself go in this one. Toes coming back to you. The next inhale, make your way back up. Exhale, hands down, sides. Okay, take the right foot in towards your inner thigh. Left leg is long. With an inhale breath, draw your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. You may have your hands lightly resting onto bottom of your leg, ankle, round your foot. Finding what's going to work for you. Nose to knee is the goal. Finding what is going to work for you today, though. As we stretch through our hamstrings, we definitely are stretching through our back here too. With an inhale, make your way back up. Exhale, hands down. To the other side, take the left foot in towards the inner thigh. We sit up tall. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold, dive forward, draw your toes back. That fold, nose to the knee is the goal. Finding what will work again for you. Inhale breath, feeding back up. Exhale. Release. Taking both feet in towards the center here, butterfly, but then change it. I'd like you to place your right foot into the groin first, left foot in front. Hold. And this is a hip stretch. Inhale, sweep your arms up, overhead. Exhale, fold forward, dive forward, your head hangs. Now the left leg is in front of the right. We are stretching into the left side of our pelvis, our hip. If you find that there's any kind of like pinching in through the knees, release your feet just a little ways, maybe from your inner thigh, or just come up a little bit. So you're not overstretching. With an inhale breath, make your way back up though, and exhale, switching legs. This time, left foot comes in towards the groin first and then right. Okay, stretching into the right side of our hip. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, you may add the fold forward. Let your head hang. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Release. Open up through the legs into a V and sitting up tall. Remove the fleshy part from the bottom so your sits bones are down. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Your hands may come in front or they can be behind too. It's nice to have them behind to help keep the back flat, finding what will work. With the inhale, make your way back up. Exhale, release, bending through both of the knees. Take both of the legs in. You may do the next pose lying on your back or with me sitting. So if you do it lying on your back, it would be figure four with lying on your back and you're crossing your right ankle over the left knee. So the same idea, just lying on your back. Okay, or with me, hands behind. Take your right ankle, cross it over the left, and sitting up. Lift your chest up towards the sky. Stretching into the right side of the hip. Slowly release. And then to the other side. Cross your left ankle over top of the right knee. And then pull the right leg back. Draw your chest up. Lift your chest up towards the sky. Draw your heart up. Inhaling and exhaling. Slowly release. And release into square pose. And this is actually, no, let's not do square. I'm sorry, let's do cow face. Shoelace and yin. So cow face is where you have both of your knees stacked on top of each other. We'll bring our right leg up and over top of the left leg. Now, this is in a lot of ways stretch into the side of our hip. If this doesn't work for you too, doing it that way, of course, different things come up with our knees. Cross your right ankle over top of the left leg. We hold here. Okay. You may hold onto the ankles for cow face. A little tip of the chin towards the chest. Use your exhale breath to let yourself soften. Slowly coming out, cow face, into the other side. Take the right leg under, left leg comes up and over top. The goal to have your knees stacked over top of each other. Of course, the right leg to be straight with your ankle crossing over top. Gently hold on. Tip of the chin. Exhale breath, let yourself soften. Slowly release and crossing the legs. Take your legs forward. Give your legs a little shake, shake, shake out. The best things to do. Through the knees, take your knees to the side, come to the side of the body, and roll over to your back. Knees come into the chest. Hold. Legs come up. Point, flex, point, flex. Both knees come into the chest. Take the left foot down to the ground. Slide your left leg away. Leg is straight down. Continue to hold the right knee in towards the chest. Take the right leg up towards the sky. Point, flex, hold the foot, flex, push your heel up. You may hold on to your big toe with your peace fingers, or hold the back of the leg, finding what, or your pad leg too. Open up your leg to the side, place your left hand onto the top of the left hip. leg comes back to the center, bend through the knee, keep the knee in. Take your right leg up and over to the left side. Over, arms in line with your shoulders. Here, it might be nice to have a block underneath of the left knee too. It is a deeper stretch when you take the knee down towards the ground. Turn your head the opposite way. And it's also a lovely stretch into our chest, our shoulder, right side. One of my favorites when it's this big opening into the shoulder. Usually it's very, very tight. It comes back to the center, legs come back to the center, knee into the chest, left heel slided in and take your left knee into the chest, hold. Okay, to the other side, take the right foot down, slide your heel away, take the left leg up and point and flex, straighten out the leg, push your heel towards the sky. Again, holding onto the big toe with your peace fingers. Open up through that leg to the side. Place your right hand down onto the hip. Bring your leg back to the center. Bend through the knee. Take your leg up and over to the right side. Knees coming down, opening up through your body, your chest, shoulder. Turn your head the opposite way of the leg. Legs come back to the center. Oh, sorry, head and then legs come back to the center. Okay, both knees into the chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Take your right foot down, left leg down. Take your hand, right arm overhead and turn your knees over to the right side to fetal. And then make your way up to all fours. I did say we're going to check how three-legged dog is doing now with that hip opener. So let's do it. Okay, all fours, step forward with the right hand, left hand, one step into downward facing dog. Three-legged dog, right leg lifts up towards the sky. Flex your foot, bend through the knee. Turn your right knee open to meet. And slowly turn back, foot down. Feel like it's better. Three-legged dog on the other side, left leg lifts, flex your foot, bend through the knee, turn your knee open, the left side. Hold. Slowly take that leg back to center and foot down into all fours. Into child's pose, uncurl the toes, sit back, arms forward or the arms by the side, forehead rests. And I hope that you felt, yes, my hips are starting to have some movement there. They were open, feeling a little less stress through our body, through our mind. Slowly come back up to all fours, then come over to the side of the body. You may come towards your mat lying down on your back for Shavasana, or you may sit up and Find a nice pose so that you can find that meditation that way. Finding what is going to work for you. You may place something nice and warm over your body like a blanket. In Shavasana for a few minutes. Your body melt, soften. Your heart rate slows. I'll call you back when it is time. Slowly coming back. Start to wiggle your toes. Start to wiggle your fingers. Yeah. Take a bigger breath in. And exhale breath to help yourself release. If you're lying on your back, bending through the knees, take the right arm overhead, rolling over to your right side to fetal. Taking a moment and then making your way up to a comfortable seated pose. Placing your hands to your heart center. Here, doing a little check-in. Seeing how you're feeling. Your mind and body. Lovely openings into our hips or hamstrings. It really was overall body stretch that we did. Just release that stress, release that tension. Thank you so much for joining me and sharing your practice with me. Namaste.